in the 125 East after 3 of 5 rounds. Simon Homans pulls out a nice lead over Chuck Mesley. Treadwell's there, but how about Woods? Last year's winners back and forth.
Thanks, Brian. Moving into the 250s, of course, Waugh out in front of Morgan and Lange, but it looks like the real battle is for 4th. Holland and Decker. Dubé still in the mix, though, and Pedro Gonzalez rounding out the top 10.
Has your riding reached a new level this year, or do you think it's just plateaued?
Well, no, I think, well, I'm in really good shape, like you said, but I'm sitting on the best bike on the circuit, you know, my Honda CR250 with, you know, TMR motor and suspension works awesome, and you know, we've got the best setup, you know, Michelin tires, and everybody, all the sponsors together put this bike, you know, up front. So, you know, of course, and I'm riding well too, but you know, it's a big package, I think.
Tell us what you think of this Blackstock track and your chances here today.
Track's okay. It's pretty rocky, but it's kind of sandy, and I love sand, so I think I'm gonna do pretty well. So, I'm anxious to see how it's gonna be today.
How about those glasses, buddy?
Well, it's a little something Smith's working on. Hopefully it'll be something they're coming out with in the next few months. Kind of a prototype deal, and they fit the face good. I feel good.
Okay, Brian, riders are on the line. First 125 moto from the stock. Good shot of number 9, Chuck Mesley. Josh Woods looking a little somber as this race is about to begin. There's our head referee, Paul Kingsley, pointing to the line. Derek Fisher, Mike Treadwell, the Turek brothers, Matt Maximoff, and Simon Homans prepare. 30-second board is up. Paul Kingsley getting ready to switch to 5. Riders preparing. Throttles are pinned, looking down at the gate. Ryan, and the gate is down. Coming to that first corner. Who's going to shot?
Looks like Holman's got a nice start. Fisher there. Coming into this Blackstock first. Oh, come on, boys. Up the berm.
That was Sarah that got up over the berm.
It's like 21. Fisher and Treadwell look like they're taking command so far.
Okay, so great elevation changes very quickly in this track. They go down to that valley, and then they're up into that midsection.
Yeah, really nice layout here. Fisher, so fast in practice. There he is. Treadwell, number 1 contender. Simon Bazile there, 744 to KTM. Just gets passed by number 24, Simon Homans.
So Simon Homans now in 3rd place. So here we are with our front runners, except for Mesley, but we know that number 21, Derek Fisher, he can run with anybody out there.
Yeah, and he's riding the 2-stroke YZ125 Yamaha. His main competition, Treadwell, also on a 2-stroke Suzuki, but then there's Homans on that 4-stroke 250F.
Look at this by a pair of Americans, 286 Sprakel. He's on the Diablo Honda, and right behind him, number 1, Josh Woods.
Yeah, Josh still suffering from some bruised ribs, not quite on the pace he wants to be, nonetheless riding strong.
Fisher opening up a nice gap on Treadwell. Looks like Homans is closing the door on Treadwell as they come up this big uphill. Look at that side-by-side styling. Treadwell on the inside, like, oh, Homans is over the berm.
Looked like they were fighting for the same line. Treadwell forces Simon wide. Good thing he didn't go down there. It looked like he almost caught a handlebar in that catch fence.
Well, it's interesting, Brian. This track hasn't really developed high berms, so it's almost like Homans just got pushed out of the rut.
Yeah, still early in the day here. There's Woods. He's mounting a bit of a charge on Bazile. Bazile riding Suzuki's last year, switches over to KTM and having a real strong season here, Mark.
Well, it looks like Sprakel is out of that little mix. I think that's Justin Turek coming in. Looks like he passes Woods as they come out from that sandy backhill section. So that puts Ryan Turek ahead of that little mix. Simon Bazile's in there as well. Woods on the outside. Looks like he's got Justin Turek dialed in. Woods on the outside. No, Woods goes down, Brian.
He did. Josh is down. They double pass Bazile, and in doing so, Woods puts himself down there. Went a little wide, must have knifed it down.
Brian, you're talking about track consistency in the sand. A lot of times when you're going to go for that hard outside line where the sand is loose, you can lose it.
Yeah, it's called blowing through the berm. The riders come in so fast, they blow right through. You can see Mesley now, number 9, Machine Honda on Woods. He's coming back from a 25th place start, Mark.
Look at this, Brian. Young Ryan Lockhart, number 69. He has Chris Tyndall in his sights, and he gets by him on the inside as he hit that big tabletop in front of the crowd. A great line for Ryan. An awesome rider for that Toys for Big Boy camp.
Oh,
look at that. Sorry, Justin Thompson, Brian.
Off the bike again. Thompson gets totally squirrely here. Spins it around, keeps the engine running. It's all important. Allard gets by, and there's 83, Espinola's favorite son, Ian Hayden.
Showing Derek Fisher out front here, but Justin Thompson, a rider that has been very consistent in 125E, but he's that kind of guy like Mitch Cook who's been pushing real hard and has been going down paying the price.
Yeah, but he's a tough kid. He always gets back up, remounts. Now Bazile under pressure yet again.
He's got Allard on the outside. Watch Allard go in inside. No, Bazile with a nice line. These are a couple of French riders. These guys know each other well.
Yeah, they really do. They've done a lot of bar banging throughout the years in Quebec. You can see the different lines developing, and it is starting to get rougher and rougher out there.
Beautiful outside line for Allard as he gets by Bazile. Look at this. MESLEY is now working up on that KTM rider, and he gets him through the Thor corner. Look at MESLEY's on the charge, Brian.
Well, he's showing why the fans just gravitate towards him, man. That guy never gives up, always on the gas. Now we can see the gap between second and third with Treadwell and Homans.
Back with number 40, Jean-Yves Allard through the middle switchback sections. Oh, MESLEY's on a tear. Gets him on the inside. Pair of Honda riders, Brian. Nice line for MESLEY.
Well, MESLEY in typical fashion goes for broke, makes a pass. He just loves getting those bad starts. It gives him an excuse to charge.
Brian, that was our leader, number 21, Derrick Fisher, comfortably out in front. But look at this. Number 69, Ryan Lockhart, moving up on Allard in the same place that he got passed by MESLEY. Lockhart on the inside. He busts Allard in the exact same fashion.
Yeah, Lockhart carrying more speed in these sandy conditions. You got to carry the speed through the corners. Now we're going trackside. Alex Lashman.
We were 12 points out of first coming into this weekend, actually into this moto, and he got a bad jump off the gate, like you said, and I'm pretty sure he went down somewhere in the back, and he's just tried his best to come back. I mean, there's probably a 15-second gap between him and 9th place, so I think that's as good as we're going to get.
It's a tough break in a 5-race series, Brian. Every point is so valuable. Look at this. Treadwell has made it all up on Fisher as they come through that switchback section. Treadwell on the inside. Nice little blow. Oh, Treadwell just about went down, and he takes Fisher on the inside with a rougher line, Brian. That's balls, that's stones. That's why he's in first place.
Well, Fisher under immense pressure, definitely. Here you can see Treadwell comes in hot, and now here he just throws it through on the inside here. Look at the punishment he takes on that last braking bump. Treadwell, though, the Ironman, sucks it up with that upper body strength. Young Fisher took a lesson there, but, there's, 10, 12, 15 years between the ages of these riders.
No question about it, but look at this. Fisher is not giving up. Oh, he just touched Treadwell's wheel going down to that bottom valley section. Brian, the kid's on fire.
He absolutely did. Here, if we can catch it, Fisher comes in, hits his ass in, see his handlebar get jolted, almost puts him on the ground. Fisher stays upright.
Oh, an unbelievable ride, though. That's one of those things. If you get past, you got to go back. You got to fight. Treadwell on his last lap, his final approach. Fisher still not giving up. Points are so valuable out there. Even though Fisher isn't necessarily in the hunt, he's got to show for his sponsors. Mike Treadwell taking the checkered flag. First 125 moto here from Blackstock, Brian.
RM 125.
Mike, there's something about getting a good start and having a never say die attitude. You really put it all together in that moto.
Yeah, I got a good start. That was the main thing. That my starts have been horrendous lately, and I've been coming from behind every week, and I wanted to get a good start, and I came out second behind Derrick, and he put some unbelievable laps together at the beginning of the race, and I was like, man, he's on it. He's he's going for it. I think he's from around here, so I know he's got a lot of fans here probably, so he was on a mission, and I just kept plugging away and got him on the last lap.
First 125 Blackstock results are 3 hot shoes at the front. How about Turek twins in 4th and 6th? Sprenko, great job for him, but Chuck MESLEY out of nowhere to 9th place.
At the beginning of the moto, I felt really confident that I could win it, but I tried, pulled pretty good gap, and then we got into a lot of lappers, and just really slowed me down. I had a lot to lose if I hit a lap or whatever, so I just was really timid around him, and Treadwell he's more experienced, older, and you can just, he knows how to work them lappers a little better than me.
Hey, JSR's on the line. First 250 moto coming up. Hey, race fans, don't forget about CMRCRacing.com. Live up to the minute race audio. You got the Pro-Am race results. It's all happening there. There's our head referee, Paul Kingsley, going to the 30 board, Brian.
Yeah, he's up there on top of the hill. Riders are all focused on him. He's looking at his watch, ready to go to 5.
Throttles a pit. Riders looking down at the gate, and it has dropped. Coming to that first corner, Brian, the fast one. Who's going to shot?
Gallant teammates look like they got a great clean jump there. Casey Johnson, though, with the hammer down, pulls out the whole
Right,
shot.
look at this. 20, John Sebastian Waugh. He and Treadwell got a problem. Both are down in last place. What kind of a news is this? Devastation for the Blackfoot team.
We're going to see some racing from those two. But look, Rusty Holland on that Pacific Yamaha. Rust was fast in practice. Here he is on CJ's back wheel.
Brian, think back to round 6 when Johnson got the whole shot. He was gone. No one could catch him. This could be it. Memories of round 6.
It very well could be possible. Rusty's doing a great job. His staying with them. Third place is a little ways back. There it is. It looks like either Morgan or Mike Craig on that Honda.
Definitely a Honda rider as CJ goes through the triple. Holland triples, and it is Blair Morgan in third place with a 3-pack of Cowies behind them.
That third Cowie is Josh DeMuth. He's up from Texas with a 2-wheel team. Just hammer the tabletop. They're funneling through. Very fast section. Fourth gear off this jump. Land on the brakes. Downshift to third and back on the gas.
Lange had the great line on the inside, but Decker looked like he might have had him on the outside. Lange was able to hold that line as they go into that left-hand switchback section. An extremely tough part of the track, Brian. It's going to get rough. Look at this! Casey Johnson is down!
Johnson throws away the lead. Look at this. He stalled the bike. That puts Rusty Holland in first, Blair Morgan in second, and it's either Lange or Decker in third.
Okay, so you're right. There is a Cowie, and it is Lange in third place as they head up into that left-hand sweeper section around the start, back into the valley. The lead has not changed. Holland, Morgan, then Lange in third.
You can throw a blanket over the top three. This is nice and tight. Really steep uphill. And there's a great shot of Mike Craig. And Hamlin now challenging to move.
Hamlin gets that inside line and starting to get rough. He just about swats. Does he have Demuth? Sure he does. With a great line. Sean Hamlin is riding so aggressive, Brian.
Hamlin awesome, but look, lurking there, we've got Dubé and Lance SMAIL, the talent in this top 10. And wow, look at him blasting the berms out here. He loves those come from behinds also.
Yeah, but he's riding all by himself. He's not even in the top 20, so we'll have to get a mark on him. So a tough start for him. Look at this. Decker and Lange going at it again. Lange with that inside line. Decker's not giving up, though. Great ride for him in the sand.
Decker, not a sand specialist, adapting well. He's starting to get his mojo back out here, definitely.
Okay, so we're back to the battle for the lead. 77, Rusty Holland. It has it. Morgan on the inside. Holland, look at that. Blair Morgan takes the lead. Has it faster, like a smoother line there, Brian.
Yeah, Rusty went wide. Blair capitalized on the inside, but now these Gowan Richmond teammates. Decker actually passes Darcy for third.
That's a very interesting part of the track. It looks like the outside line is the smoother line. You think inside is faster, so Decker gets into third. Lange falls back to fourth. Now Holland has got his hands full with these two Cowies, and Craig is in fifth place. You can throw a blank over all five of them.
Yeah, it's a great battle here. Now they come into a real steep drop away. The riders take a punishing hit as they land, and there's so many braking bumps at the bottom. As you can see, Decker holding on to third. Mike Craig there stays low on the gas. Loose to dirt, rocks flying everywhere, Mark.
But here we go with Lange in the fast part of the track for him. Look at him on the inside. He's on the gas much further than Decker. He takes that inside line, makes the pass, Brian.
Decker hit those braking bumps a little squirrely, lost some time. You can really see these braking bumps develop coming into all the corners, and acceleration bumps coming out of the corners. Just what happens with the deep sand.
Lange moving up on Holland. Decker not giving up. This is where Decker is definitely faster. There's that rough inside line, and it works for Lange as time as he gets by Holland.
Yeah, two solid lines in that section. That's where Treadwell passed Fisher for the lead in the first 125 earlier today.
So that puts Lange in second place. Holland drops back to third. Now he's got his hands full of Decker as they get ready to get into that valley section, a tough part.
You can see Darcy wiping his goggles there. He must be out of Teros. That's got to be terrible for him as Decker and Holland are stuck with some slower lappers. That's going to be a factor out here at Blackstock.
Yeah, Holland choosing some nice lines though as he gets by the lappers. You saw Morgan out in front. So Holland in third, Decker in fourth, and Craig triples in fifth.
Craig looks so strong. He's definitely turning up the heat here on Decker.
Well, he's been strong in the second half of the 250 series, but he's had some mechanical problems, some tough luck, and here he is. He gets by Decker in the same spot that Lange passes Decker. So let's see the lines he takes coming up on Holland. Does he go inside? Holland with some nice drive. Craig on the inside. He crosses over and goes inside in the next corner. Holland looks like he's getting a little squirrely out there, Brian.
You got to remember, Holland was leading this race. He's had enormous pressure all moto long, and that weighs heavy on one's mind, you know, when you know there's 40 other guys beating on your back door.
Holding out the charge of Craig for the moment. Craig for sure has gotten by Decker. This is a fast part for Decker. Let's see if he can pick up the pace a little bit. There goes Craig on that outside, which is the smooth line. He gets by Holland.
See, Holland got past there earlier, so this time he tries the inside, still gets past there. Craig carried so much speed through that smooth outside line. I know that's where Rusty wanted to be, thinking about that passo. Man, it just tells you.
Well, Craig looked like he was going for a little adjustment on his handlebars there, Brian. Maybe a little tightening on the clutch lever, not sure. Here we are back with that four-pack. Look at this. Holland now is in fourth place. We've got Decker in fifth. SMAIL has moved up with a charge, and Josh Woods in seventh.
These two just come out of nowhere. SMAIL, this guy's on a tear. We saw Dubé. He's back in about ninth. And there goes SMAIL past Craig Decker.
On the step down, and look at that. Josh Woods got by. No, he didn't. Decker had a nice line on the inside. Let's see Woods. Woods inside. Oh, they just about touched as they come into that left-hander. Decker outside. He crosses over. Look at this. Woods on the inside to the tabletop. Side by side. Josh Woods makes the pass. A great bit of racing. A couple of Americans there. Some experience. I tell you, Josh Woods looks good.
That's part of bar racing, absolutely. Two Kawasaki riders, definitely not teammates. Both Americans, but I think they're far from friends out here on this motocross track.
Josh Woods has had some highlights this season and some lowlights. I tell you what, though, Blair Morgan, look at this. He's already got by Hagseth, who's a lapper, and there's Lance, who's about 4 or 5 seconds there.
That shot, so beautiful. You can see them just drop away into no man's land. Great feeling for the riders. They just style down there.
Okay, so Woods has gotten rid of Decker. Now he's moving up on SMAIL. Looks like they're into lappers as well. Holland now still in 4th place. Look at this Woods on the inside. That 4-stroke of SMAIL starting to turn it up as he gets by Holland, and he moves into 4th. Unbelievable ride. Look at this Holland. He's got his hands full all over the place.
SMAIL rockets past him on the outside. Woods now the danger man for Rusty, coming into this big high-speed triple. Woods doesn't triple. He must have had a problem coming into it. But Rusty bobbles on the exit to equalize. And Woods takes it anyway.
Sure he does, Brian, but you know what? This is round 9. Guys like Holland, if they get a lead, they're going to have to be able to hold on to it.
Well, round 9, there's no excuses, man. Everyone's got to be in shape by now. And Craig making an adjustment on his clutch there, looks like in midair.
Yeah, he's got SMAIL hot on his heels, so that's the battle for 3rd place. But look at this. Dubé's got a problem in 8th, and Jean-Sébastien has made it all back, and he's in 9th. Let's see the lines. Dubé goes a little wide on that 4-stroke KTM. Some good drive, but Waugh is on the inside. He's on the gas in a big way. Oh, he busts him off the track, Brian, with a great pass.
Absolutely. Waugh on a tear won't be denied. Here it is in slow-mo. You got to imagine Waugh's mindset coming from dead last all the way up to 9th. Comes on the inside, takes the exact same line Dubé wanted. Dubé's got nowhere to go but up over the berm.
Yeah, maintaining a 9th spot there. Brian back with our leader, number 7. That's Blair Morgan on the Blackfoot Honda, all alone in 1st place. But here we are back with the battle for, what is this, 7th place. Waugh moving up on Decker. Looks like Decker has Holland in the sights as well. These guys aren't going away, Brian.
No, that's a real fast sweeper there. Pretty much soft ground. You can pin it all the way through. Line's not really important. There is a couple berms there, though. Now Morgan in command. Last lap for him.
Yeah, he's on his final approach, and it doesn't look like Darcy Lange is anywhere close to him. He's going to take this final right-hander very comfortably as he takes the checkered flag. First 250 moto here from Blackstock, Brian, on that Blackfoot Honda.
Got a pretty good start. I was behind Rusty 2nd. Kind of hold me up a little bit. Finally, Blackfoot Honda TMR bike totally pulled him. I went on the back straightaways, and yeah, the suspension on the bike was working awesome. And I just knew once I got by him, I'd get pulled away a little bit.
Moto of the season, maybe. How about Blair Morgan taking the checkered flag? Young Darcy Lange with a strong 2nd. And Sébastien Waugh keeps things interesting, going from last to 8th.
Darcy, man, how about the track out there?
You know, it's awesome. It's really rough right now. The second moto is going to be survival, you know. It's tough out there now. I was eating a lot of dust. Started reeling Blair in, but, you know, race came over too soon. I started making mistakes at the end, and so for 2nd, so I got to go out here and beat him next moto.
Yeah, you know, I figured out a thing in practice to run a gear high and get this thing churning. My ALDO shoes KTM 520 was pulling me great through all that sand, and had some smoother lines in those guys and enabled me to jump past them there in the back.
We're here with John Nelson, team principal of Machine Racing, Honda, and Yamaha. That's 2 manufacturers, John. Can you tell us how that works?
I have a great deal with both those companies. We sell equal amount of bikes, and I'm happy with the way it works, but the way the teams are going now, I think I'm going to have to make a decision and go one way or the other.
Well, you guys have been in business for 25 years. You're the team principal. This year, you've got a full Canadian lineup. Is that a plan, or is that just the way things work out for you?
I like the Canadian guys. I do all my business in Canada. I primarily like to sponsor Canadian guys. That's the deal. Well, Mike's really adapted well to that bike. I guess he's used to slinging around those 500-pound sleds. So when he got on the bike, it was quite a bit better. He's really adapted well to the 4-stroke. Mesley's really strong on the 2-stroke. I wish Galdi wasn't hurt, but then we'd have a real strong, we'd have probably the top 3 spots.
Yeah, touching on Galdi, there is a rumor that he might make a showing at Walton on a 250F.
Yeah, there's that rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. I'm a big fan of guys riding 2 classes. That's sort of old school. That's why Chuck hasn't really rode 2 classes this year. That thumb's really been bothering him. It doesn't look like it hurts, but when we went to 2 different specialists, they told us 3 to 6 months for it to heal properly. He's a bit squirrely. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to twist the throttle. And if you come into a corner with him, he'll certainly let you know he's there. He is definitely not afraid. We used to always run 2 classes. That's how you got a top number. But it's a little bit different now, and I'm coming around to that. But I still think if a guy's in good shape, he can still run strong. Obviously, Mike Treadwell is a prime example of that. I actually think Chuck would be, I think he'd be a contender on his 250 without the thumb injury. Obviously, it's a little harder to hold on, but I think if he was riding both classes out east, he would actually be going better. That's what I believe.
Treadwell and Fisher on the line. Hey, you! Yes, you! Second 125 coming up.
The future of print.
Good shot of our head referee, Paul Kingsley, pointing to the line. Second 125 moto. Riders are on the line. There's a good shot of Fisher, Treadwell, the Turk brothers. Kingsley goes to 5 sideways, and the gate is down, Brian. Let's see who gets the whole shot.
Well, Treadwell always likes to start on the edge alone. Looks like Homans gets a great jump. Oh, Carnage Island way back also.
Didn't get a number on the soil sampler, but did you see that? 335 Saritz out in front.
Joel Saritz, no doubt Rookie of the Year contender at this point, and that's one of the Turk boys, and that's Ryan. He's dead last.
Tough break for young Ryan Turk, who's having a great 125 East campaign. But look at this, Brian, 335 Joel Saritz. We can't say enough about this young Canadian.
Well, Saritz leading the race for Rookie of the Year, no doubt about it. Out front, clean air, jumping beautifully there. You can see him out jump Homans.
Yeah, Homans, though, on a tear as well. A pair of 254 strokes. You know what? Simon Homans, if he's not the fastest rider in the 125 class, I don't know who is.
Yeah, he's a model of consistency, definitely. Takes Saritz on the outside there. Grabs a tear off. Thank you very much.
Saritz slipping back into second place, maybe following that 4-stroke of Homans to find a couple of hot lines. Looks like number 159 Beckett in third. Oh, look at this. Allard gets it all wrong, and Fisher T-bones him. Looks like Maximov's going to be able to get by. I'll tell you what, Brian, that's really soft sand on there. It's a tough place. MESLEY, Arnold, Treadwell, everybody's getting in there.
While Allard and Fisher down. Lockhart gets through on that Toys for Big Boys Honda. Great battle shaping up though for us, Mark.
Brian, looks like one of the Turk twins coming into the sweeper. Here's the Allard problem detailed for me.
Well, here comes Allard. Knifes himself absolutely silly in 4th place. Fisher comes in on the gas. Big time. Power slides right into him. They're both down. Welcome to the world of motocross, boys.
Absolutely nowhere to go, Brian. Here's Arnold and Treadwell. Oh, look at that. Arnold crosses over. He causes a freight train. It looked like, oh, there's Turk, Justin Turk, and number 69, Ryan Lockhart, disgusted with himself.
Poor Ryan just dropped the bike over the other way. Hard to get back up, get his footing straight. Homans looking back, checking off, seeing what the gap is.
He's way out in front right now. You saw MESLEY was able to get by Fisher on that Allard problem, but Fisher on the inside takes MESLEY. Here's a pair of fast young Canadians, Brian. These guys could go 1-2.
Oh, look at this, Mike Garland. He must have swapped off. He's pointing the wrong way. He's trying to rejoin this race safely.
Back with Mad Matt Maximoff in 4th place. Looks like Fisher in 5th. Treadwell moves into 6th. MESLEY in 7th. You could throw a blanket over these guys, right?
Awesome 4-way battle for 4th. Good shot of MESLEY, pressure on Treadwell. Opposite sides of the track. Treadwell opts for the big air. MESLEY stays low, goes wide, up the inside. Great square off pass by Chuck MESLEY.
Oh yeah, he got on the gas real quick, and he loves that inside line, the way he dove inside, made the pass on Treadwell. But look at this, Treadwell's not giving up on the uphill. Great move.
That's almost like a roller coaster section. They go down, G out, straight back up. Real great for the riders, real thrilling for the spectators also.
MESLEY now in 6th, moving up on Fisher for 5th. Maximov's got his hands full with both of these riders. I thought I saw Beckett up there as well, so they're moving in on 3rd place. But look at MESLEY on the inside. He knifes out Fisher. Fisher's got a problem. MESLEY working up on Maximoff.
MESLEY absolutely riding awesome. Passes Fisher. Treadwell looks on. There's Maximoff now. He's on the hot seat.
MESLEY busting huge air off the triple. He gets by Maximoff. Fisher as well on the inside.
Maximoff opted to double there. He didn't quite feel comfortable tripling, loses 2 valuable positions. Treadwell now sees Maximoff's weakness, see if he can put him back another notch.
Treadwell on the inside and then step up under that right-hander. MESLEY still on the gas. Fisher, and then Treadwell, so he gets by Maximoff.
Maximoff here is going to be in regrouping mode. Maybe he can pick up some lines from these guys. And Treadwell just snaps one from Fisher.
So Fisher has a problem. Fisher gets him back behind the big sand hill. These guys are going at it real hard, Brian. Lines all over the place, and terrific lines once again from Mike Treadwell. This is the place where he passed him in the first 125. Does he have him again? Fisher goes outside this time, and he holds on to position. A great line for Derrick Fisher.
I love Derrick Fisher in this moto. Treadwell pats him. He gets him right back behind the sand hill. See if he can hold them off. Treadwell here now takes the advantage on the inside. Derrick backs off a bit off this tabletop. You don't want to over jump this jump because it's a big, hard, flat landing.
It looks to me like places on the track where Iron Mike Treadwell is able to use his experience and go on the throttle a little harder. Back with our leader, number 24, Simon Homans. He is way out in front. There is nobody that's going to touch him in this moto.
Homans unchallenged, barring catastrophe. Looks like he's got this one in the bag. Oh, here's our guy Mesley now on Saritz. He's showing Saritz a fast way around.
Look at Mesley, the way he's going all over the track, inside, outside. He crosses over, he blocks Saritz on the inside. Here comes Treadwell. Does he have Saritz? Sure he does. I can't believe the way these guys are going everywhere to make passes.
Treadwell made his own line there. You can see him in that light-colored dirt. Fisher now off. What's going on with him?
Sorry, Brian. Derrick Fisher's got a problem. Why is he 125?
I don't know what's going on there. He's still on the track. Looked like he was pulling on.
Back with Maximoff. Looks like Allard back from that bobble is up on Maximoff. He gets him on the inside pair of Diablo riders.
Allard coming back from that hard soil sample. Maximoff must be struggling for some reason. Could be the heat, could be conditioning, and numerous factors. You never know. Could be the bike also.
Look at this, Brian. Treadwell is moving it up on Mesley. This is for second place. Coming up to the big tabletop in front of the grandstand. One line developing on the front face of that line. And look at this, Treadwell on the inside. Does he have Mesley for second place? I think so.
He does for the time being. The way Mesley's riding, though, I wouldn't be surprised if he got him back. I know there's a lot of respect between these two riders. Treadwell's mentioned Mesley's speed and ability in many interviews.
Here comes Allard and Maximoff again. Looks like Allard takes that rough inside line. Maximoff outside makes the pass.
Oh, good for Matt. He's back in the race, you know. You can kind of get mentally discouraged if you keep getting past. Good to see him back in there on Allard.
Back with Fisher. Looks like he's got his bike going, but still has a problem. Number 83, Hayden gets by it as Allard scoots by Beckett for fourth, Brian.
Yeah, Beckett, an unknown entity here. I've not seen him at any of these Canadian rounds. Obviously a fast contender. Maximoff giving him some heat.
So that must mean that Maximoff fell back from Allard in that back section. Now Maximoff passes Beckett, moves into fifth.
Good for him. That's great for the Diablo team. Andy White, Lee Tinkler, the suspension specialist there, must be happy.
Back with our leader, number 24, Simon Homans on his final approach. Nobody is around him as he goes over the tabletop and takes a checkered flag. Vision of confidence. 125 moto, number 2 from Blackstock, Simon Homans. No question about it, takes a checkered flag. What a colossal battle between Treadwell and Mesley, and the late charge by Saritz puts him in fourth.
Hope I didn't make too many enemies out there. I hit a couple guys kind of hard, but I guess it's kind of tight out there, so you got to make those kind of passes. So I kind of stuffed Fisher. He was stuffing a couple guys, and then I kind of got in front of him and stopped him, so it was pretty fun out there.
Whew. Loving the Blackstock triples. Second 250 moto coming up. With 4 good reasons to come to a live motocross event, Brian catches up with Pedro.
In the last 2 years, I only rode one outdoor, so I've been just kind of racing more like an indoor, arena cross, and supercross. And also all the tracks that I have in home, they're kind of like supercross tracks. So, you know, when I got to the first round in IMO, I was really struggling, you know, about the speed and the endurance. I mean, on these motos. But like you're saying now, I mean, I'm getting like used to it, and you know, I can hammer the whole motor now.
All right, Paul Kingsley checking his watch. The 30 board is up for the final motor of the day here. He's telling those guys to get out of the way. Good shot of Treadwell, Lockhart, Dubé. This is going to be an awesome moto, Brian. Last motor of the day here at Blackstock. Kingsley, 5 sideways. Gate is down. Look at Lange. Who's going to get that shot?
Lange edges out Morgan there, drifted wide. Looks like he got a great jump round in the first corner. Got some Hondas, but it's our boy Darcy Lange.
Nice start for Craig as well. Looks like Casey Johnson's in third, and another Cowie, that might be Demuth in fourth.
Yeah, Demuth a great start. Johnson also. Darcy Lanslow just backing it up. Great first moto. Look at him out here leading, styling on that lime green Gowan Kawasaki.
He got a great jump off the gate. He nudged it just ahead of Blair Morgan, so great start for him. You're right. It's all about getting the whole shot, Brian. We always talk about it being the first part of the race, and the very important part, winning the first battle. Lance gets that one. So Craig in second. Looks like Johnson in third, yes, and Demuth in fourth.
There's Mike Craig there. Great shot of the Blackfoot Honda rider. No sign of Johnson. Johnson's out of there. That puts Demuth in the third. We got Sean Hamlin on that two-wheel Kawasaki now, pressuring Demuth.
Sean the Bullet on the inside as they hit that big tabletop. Nice line over the jump for Demuth. Look at this Hamlin on the inside for the step up. Oh, great line for that Cowie rider on the inside.
Just look at those braking bumps forming. Gotta say, Blair Morgan, though, is a danger man. He's just lurking behind Demuth. There he is now. Dubé back in fifth.
Brian, looks like John Sebastian is right now not in the top 5, so another tough start for him. Let's see Morgan on the inside. Demuth's got some problems in the soft stuff, but he gets great drive out of the corner.
Yeah, Morgan, our first moto winner. We know he can handle the rough stuff. He's been tough all year. Demuth, somewhat of an unknown entity. It's only his second race in Canada this year.
Riding pretty well, but again, he's got some problems on that left-hander. Morgan sneaks by on the inside as they drop down into the valley.
A footnote, Demuth and Darcy Lange were teammates this year in the PJ1 Arena Cross. Know each other really well. Demuth, a tough indoor competitor, we know that.
Brian, like a flash out of nowhere, number 20, Sebastian Waugh snakes by Hagseth, moving up looking for his next victim.
Josh Woods pulls off into the mechanics area. He's stopped, Mark. Doesn't look like he has any intention of continuing.
Oh, up and down season all over for Woods. Sometimes brilliant, sometimes we're not sure where he is. Look at this Hamlin, his two-wheel teammate. He's got his hands full of Morgan through the sweeper.
A lot of people down on Hamlin at the start of the year. Now with contract times coming around, so is his results. Riding awesome on the 250s.
Hamlin on the pipe in a big wave, and look at this. Waugh on the inside, same spot that he got Dubé. He takes Holland.
Rusty there, just had nowhere to go. Hard to respond to a guy like Waugh. But look at this into these braking bumps. And Blair Morgan takes a position away from Sean Hamlin.
Brian, that's about 4 or 5 passes when we see the guy on the inside line through that section make the pass as Waugh gets by Dubé through the far corner, as well as Dubé getting by Holland.
Look at Craig, gets it all sideways, trying to keep up with Darcy. Darcy riding awesome on that Richmond Gowan Kawasaki. Beautiful, big number 4 on his bike, styling over the start-finish line.
Demuth in 5th, looks like Waugh's made up some ground. He's in 6th as he goes inside down into the valley. Nice line as Waugh moves ahead of Demuth, squaring it off all over the place, but Demuth on the inside charging hard.
Demuth stays low there, Waugh's gone. Oh, Mike Craig not too happy about something. He's just cussing it up under his helmet. Look at the body English on Mike Craig.
Huge problem there, but look at this Lange all by himself now in first place, styling out there of that big step up.
Oh, Darcy is riding well. Look at that, searching for the smoothest lines, way to the inside of the track. Look at Craig. Boy, oh boy, I'm glad we can't hear what he's saying, Mark.
Yeah, the Stingray's got some mechanical issues. He's out of the race. That puts Sean Hamlin into 3rd, moves Morgan into 2nd. But look at this little 3-pack. Holland, Johnson, and Decker.
Johnson showing his smooth riding style, coming back from that first lap crash. He was in 3rd. Now he's cleanly by Holland and Decker, breaking into 8th place here, Mark.
Johnson looking for some, oh, not so smooth lines at the bottom of that hill. He gets pounded hard in that tender shoulder.
Yeah, he got a little wheel wrong there, that big square braking bump, but Johnson is a smooth rider.
Back with our leader, number 4, Darcy Lange, running into lap traffic as Holland has his hands full with Dubé. Holland, Dubé on the outside, huge air, and he snakes in front of Holland to take position, but Holland is not giving up on the sweeper. Dubé's on the pipe, Holland all over the map. Dubé makes it happen.
Dubé skying it out on that big drop away, pitches it a bit sideways, showing Rusty he's boss. Here it is in slow-mo now, coming up the uphill way faster. Jumps about a yard farther. Manages to correct it, almost gets gathered up by that catch fence, but what a brilliant pass by Dubé.
Extremely aggressive riding by number 2, Marco Dubé. Look at this, Sebastian Waugh has got Hamlin on the inside through the Thor corner. A great line for Waugh as he powers by that Cowie.
Waugh can't buy a start. He's definitely one of the faster riders on the track, but there is our leader, Darcy Lange. He's got a nice little gap right now on Blair Morgan.
But Brian, I think Blair Morgan is closing the gap up on Lange, but look at this. Johnson has gotten by Demuth, now he's in 5th place.
Great comeback for Johnson after that first lap get off. Now Darcy Lange not only has to worry about this rough and rugged Blackstock track, he's got to worry about Blair Morgan coming up hot here.
Yeah, Blair Morgan has made up some huge ground. You see, I like the way that Lange went inside, Morgan outside. Dubé with some huge air on that KTM, moving up on Decker. So you have him on the inside. No way, Decker with a great line as they go into that left-hander. Dubé on the inside. See you later, Craig. Dubé's got the pass.
I'm telling you, one thing Dubé's proven time and time again is that he's not afraid to jump that KTM. He outjumps everything. He's not afraid of the big hit at the end of those big leaps.
Now he's got Demuth in his sights. We'll see what happens there. Inside line for both Demuth and for Dubé, as well as Decker. So freight trading at the moment. Here we are with Lange and Morgan. Look at this. Morgan is definitely closing up the gap, Brian.
Well, you can almost feel the speed as they whiz by our cameraman at the top of the hill. Back with the battle between Dubé and Demuth. Lap rider in the middle there causes a lot of grief for Demuth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I love the way Dubé went on the inside. He almost used that lapper to his advantage. Back to our leaders. Look at this Lange. He's starting to get a little squirrely through this section. Oh, Brian, he gets it all wrong and dumps it. Morgan takes the lead.
Well, that's not exactly a slow section. They're on the gas, third gear, pretty much full throttle. Darcy was getting a little sloppy prior to that. Here he comes, just really rough, gets the suspension on, kicks out, slops, steps off the motorcycle, catches his foot on the ground, just drags him down hard. Blair just says, hey, I'll take the lead.
Well, he was lucky to get that bike going quickly because, you know what, John Sebastian was in third place right behind him. Now Morgan comfortably in first, all by himself.
Oh, Morgan styling here. You can see him really flowing on the motorcycle, having some fun. Wicked battle, though, shaping up between Hamlin and Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson has come out of nowhere, and now he's battling for fourth place. Hamlin in fourth, gets it all wrong on that inside line. Smooth outside for Johnson, makes the pass, moves into fourth.
Yeah, that smooth outside line's even starting to get rough. These guys are starting to get tired. There's Lange, manages to recover second after that hard crash. Waugh now in third, pressured over the finish line.
Yeah, Waugh's running a nice smooth moto. He's in third place right now as he hits that big triple and skies it out, Brian. Holy.
There's some serious distance there. There's the last lap flag, a white flag for Blair Morgan. 1 lap to go for Blair.
So Blair Morgan and the Blackfoot Honda out in front. Here we are back with the battle for second. Lange in the same place that he lost the lead. Waugh on the outside as they cross over. Let's see the line for Lange. He goes inside. Waugh goes outside. Waugh's almost in the trees. Lange holds on to second.
It's only a half a lap to go here. Waugh's got a lot of work to do to catch him. Morgan coming in, 1 corner to go.
Blair Morgan on his final approach, getting ready to take the checker flag in the second 250 moto from Blackstock, Ontario, Brian. A great ride.
Blair Morgan surrounded by the lovely Coors Light ladies. Blair, you didn't get quite the whole shot there. Tell us how you worked up to the lead.
I just I picked a safe gate. I took the very, very inside gate, and Mr. Reaction Time, Darcy Lange there, got the jump on me, moved over on me a bit, but I just snuck around the inside, and I think I was like 6th or something off the start, but you know, just the Blackfoot TMR Honda and the suspension we got, it works so good out there. I'm not even really tired right now.
Here's your top 10, second 250 moto from Blackstock, of course. Blair Morgan going 1-1, taking the overall. Sebastian Waugh finishing third, and how about Casey Johnson with a strong fourth?
You know, I got my Rich Miguel at Kawasaki, got off to a wicked start. I got the whole shot and started to pull a bit of lead, and then my mechanic was telling me Blair was coming. He got up on me and started pressuring me. Started riding a bit over my head and swapped out in the back section and crashed and got up and managed to hold off second, so I'm happy.
Wow, what a great day at racing. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back with
Welcome back to Blackstock. Here's your top 10 in the 125 East with 1 round remaining. Simon Homans looking great out front. Treadwell in second and Mesley in third.
Thanks, Mark. Moving into the 250s, Waugh has a 20-point lead over Morgan. Lange hanging tough in third. But how about the battle between Decker and Holland? 1 point separates them as we move down to Craig and Gonzalez to round out